and jumping in. And again, this is a fresh series. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom hand corner, we have the Italian Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. Here we go. So as we're setting up, and if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck as we jump into our fresh best of 3. Coming into this, Reynor is going to be the heavy favorite, but Gerald, he has been improving a lot here over time, and we'll see how Gerald can compare to Reynor. It is going to be a mountain to climb for sure. Reynor is one of the favorites to make a deep run in this tournament, but Gerald, he has traveled far and wide, all the way from Poland, from Bologna, to compete in DreamHack Dallas. He's here to make it through the group stage. He's here for that playoff bracket. Let's go. Let us go. So we are building up. As we have initial setup here, so hatch a gas pool out of Reynor. Likewise, Gerald going for his own gate expand. Standard opener so far. We're settling in. Again, Reynor force take the unnatural natural. Outside of that, nothing too crazy. With this, I mean, Reynor, we can even use this to spread creep faster across the map to commit. Could double down. We'll keep an eye on him as we settle into Tokamak. Again, one of the larger, more macro maps on the map pool. And we'll see if we do embrace a longer game. I feel like that's typically where Gerald thrives, in a longer macro game. If he can max out, if he can get into Sky Toss, that's where Gerald can look at his best. He's not too aggressive and too assertive in the early to mid game, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Gerald. Meanwhile, Reynor, of course, he was spending a lot of time in Korea this year, competing in GSL. Did have a solid performance, making it through the qualifiers into the main event. Reynor did well for himself. And now he's here at Dallas. I know that Reynor, he was lost in the Rift for most of this year. True. He was he was lost in the Rift, but he's back. He's back. We found him. We found him. Oh no. Spending too much time with Teemo and Mr. Yi. I don't know the League of Legends characters. He was in the jungle. But he's back. And again, he's here in his element at an offline event. You know, Gerald moving in with his double adepts. Two adepts taking one-shot workers. They poke in, but they won't quite get into the mineral line. Gonna be zoned away. So far, so good. Gerald, he's holding on. Behind this, Stargate opener into Oracle. Behind this, taking a third base. So just standard play out of Gerald, which is what we expect. Like, Gerald, he's not really one to deviate too much. Like Oracle opener, into third base, into plus on and blink stalkers, into the mid game, into Storm, typically. As Reynor does move out. Without the mustache, it's really hard to win against Reynor. True, true. He needs the mustache. He has to grow it out. His lips are cold. Warm them up, Pappy. Warm them up. Este Gerald. As Oracle's a poke in. Oh, getting a drone. Forcing out spores. But nice saves there from Reynor. Does preserve his workers. Second Oracle moving out as well. Not streaming Future vs. Cure. Future vs. Cure still has yet to begin. I said this before. I wanted to cover it. I was keeping my eye on them, but their match was more delayed. So we're jumping into Reynor versus Gerald. Also, why why so many people surprised that Homono beat Hearthstone? Like, I'm pretty sure he's beaten before. Like, it's Homono, Pat. People need to watch more StarCraft. And to be fair, Homono's been playing more StarCraft Evolution recently. Less SC2. He's more of an Evo player nowadays. As Ling's able to collapse in. Decent trades here from Gerald, saving those adepts, saving whatever he can, I should say. And again, we're working towards Blink. You know, Blink is on the way, +1, Gateway Explosion. Gerald, who will soon be active. Reynor's just been droning, saturating, is going for an early Evo Chamber into +1 melee. He does have a safety Roach Warren, but it looks like he's not really investing too hard. Looking to be going into Ling Hydra. Oh, my apologies. I assume Ling Hydra, Ling into Muta. Cheeky move here out of Reynor. If this gets scouted, Gerald can shut it down, but unscouted, this can overwhelm. Like, hidden mutas here in ZvP can just straight up end the game. So the pressure is on Gerald to scout to figure out what the hell is happening and what's going on. Adepts shading in. Shades into the mineral line. Not bad. 2 drones going down. Gets a 3rd. 3 drone kills, mining time as well. Nice damage here out of Gerald. But it's not about the damage, it's about the scouting. As Oracles, they're looking for a way in. They are zoned away. Gerald, he sees nothing in the bases. Nothing yet. Back at home, building up into Storm. He's got to blink Stalkers. Like, he does have some anti-air, don't get me wrong, but he has no stack defense. Like, his mineral lines are so exposed. And the Spire's almost done. Spire's almost complete. The other concern is that Reynor may just go mass Muta, as he didn't even get Overlord speed. Sorry, Roach speed, that's what I meant to say. Speed has not been researched. So he's going to double down with as many mutas as he can. There we go, 12 mutas on the way. And he might make more than that. Just mass Muta out of Reynor. And Gerald could be hero right now, but unscattered mutas, like, they can kill anyone. Aye. It's terrifying. So we go, mutas they have hit the field, they're skirting around the edge of the map, they're going for the main, and Gerald, the pants are down. Straight up, the pants, they're all the way down, Bobby. They're all the way. He sees nothing. So here we go, mutas, they get into the main. They bust into the main base, Stalkers try to respond. Contamination here on the Forge, let's go. Catching out 3 probes so far. A nice response here by Gerald, minimizing losses. Does recall in time, keeping up with the mutas. Impressive. Oh, but they still find damage. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8 probes going down. Lings, they tend to push in towards the bases, but massive stasis. Gerald, he's holding. Nicely done. Again, despite not having any stack defense, he keeps up. He maintains his bases. He defends all 4, and he's turtling. He's turtling up quite nicely here. Shield batteries, cannons, stasis traps. I mean, the map is helping. We spoke about this at the start of the game. This is what we referred to when we say that Tokamak is one of the more defensive macro maps in the map pool. It's this. Choke points at the 3rd, choke points at the 4th base, and also rocks in between the bases as well. So you have a very secure 4-base setup. More cannons, more shield batteries. The turtle is real. Gerald doing his best Showtime impression. Let's go. Mutas head towards the main. Cannons are done. Phoenix is in position, but ooh, late reaction. 1 Phoenix goes down, gets 2. 2 Phoenixes do fall. This is a bit of a more brutal response here from Gerald. Rough response, what I meant to say. Bleeding out Phoenixes, bleeding out probes. We can see that Reynor is getting out of mutas and into Ultra Tech. Hive is done. Baneling speed about to kick in as well. Let's go. And we'll see if Gerald can defend. Bailey's rolling in. Stasis, ooh, is initially baited. Another stasis, though. Does connect. Very nice connection. Storms, they pop off. Bailey's, ooh, they force out an Archon. They force out one Archon. Likewise, Gerald getting caught out. Another Bailing Rama gets caught out. The stasis traps, they pop off. Time and time again. Yo, these Oracles. They've been shutting down the Bailings so well. And the Oracles, they're still alive. They're still up and running, still alive, in between the bases. Gerald defending beautifully. Reynor spending a lot of resources pushing in, and it's not quite worth it. Now, what Reynor does have is map control, right? He has bases. He has the hybrid base in the center. He's on 88 workers. He can afford some of these trades, some of them, not all of them. As we're getting to a more expensive army with Ultras. Ultras are on the way. Drop Lords have prepared. Going for a Ling drop into the main. Again, from this moment, Reynor, he can back off and tech, but no, he wants to break Gerald. As Lings are getting caught out. Greater Spire is on the way, so thankfully Reynor, he is taking up. Here comes that Doom drop. Meanwhile, Gerald's now taking another expansion, getting a 5th. Reynor moving in with those Drop Lords. Going for the main. The main base has is looking quite exposed. I mean, there are Tempests somewhat in position. Ultras moving in. Stasis traps, they do collapse here on the Lings, at least. Ultras break through. Nice cloak. And Gerald, he will defend the main army. But what about the Ling drop? Lings, they bust into the main. Not much of them to defend. Ultras are going to be going down. Oh my god. Force the Ling back. Ultras are being cleaned up. They do get a kill in the expansion, though. And Lings, they're wreaking havoc. 7 probe kills. Not too many, actually. Does recall in time. Gerald, he defends. He shuts down the Joppa Lords. And Gerald holds. Gerald, he is holding on. What's important, though, is that Gerald, he doesn't have a base. He does need a 5th. Does expand on the right-hand side. This is a much more exposed expansion. We'll see if he can hold on to it. Reynor still making nothing but Ultras. My concern about the Greater Spire transition here is that he only has +1 air attacks, so he's lacking those upgrades. But Lings, they punish the base. As we mentioned, Gerald, he just can't expand, at least not here. Nexus goes down. I do think that these left-hand bases are more easier to expand to. They're closer to the bases. They're less isolated. Despite that, Gerald, he's still going for it. Ugh. Gerald, he is so spread thin, trying to take this expansion. Like, this center goal base, or the base on the left-hand side, is just right next to the 3rd. As he's trying to wall up. Double expanding. Okay. Does double expand. Lings, they should deny the right-hand base. That's a kill. Oof, that's a kill, not a cancel. Meanwhile, Gerald, he has his maxed out army. How many Tempests? 7 Tempests, only 4 High Templar. Lack of High Templar is concerning, but it's mainly Ultras to begin with. As that was another kill. It slows down on the Ultras. Ultras are coming from behind, but they cannot engage. These are expensive losses for Reynor. They are expensive. Leading out a lot of Ultras. You can see Reynor just burning through his gas bank. Ultras are expensive. And what's he trading? He takes down 3 High Templar, 17... It's mainly Stalkers. Mainly Stalkers have been going down. You can just see how efficient, especially gas-wise, Gerald has been. Against this many Ultras, you ideally do want some Immortals, though. The Immortal count is still quite low. Only 2 Immortals. Storm on the Ultras. Ultras are breaking through. Again, no Immortals. There's a recall. Does recall over. Meanwhile, Lynx, they deny the expansion. They get one, they're going for the other. Oof. They get the Mineral Lion. Again, Gerald out of position. 12 workers going down and a cancel. Gerald, he just can't expand. Oh, shout to the Bardling. Oh. Meanwhile, the Immortals do overextend. Once again, some brutal losses here, but does save them. Saves the Immortals, punishes the Ultras. Now, once Gerald secures the 5th base, once he can get a base up running, then we should see him pushing. Like, right now, he's just been stuck defending the entire game. Nice blink. Oh, my God. Gerald with the micro. But once he can establish his base, then he can start being active, start pushing out. Reynor, again, the bank is non-existent. He's been aping a little bit, just like ramming his head against a brick wall. And the wall has been solid for the most part. Now we have been adapting the army a little bit. We have some Corruptors, we have some Infestors. I believe Neural has been researched. Yep, Neural is done. So Reynor, now he has a more complex army. And the purpose, the goal of these run buys for Reynor has been to cripple the economy, which hasn't really been working. But now we can take these main fights. Or at least he's looking to. Now with Corruptors, with Infestors, he can try to fight head on. Now getting to +3 air attack. Flyer attack. Double Lurker Den on the way. Oh. This is moving in. No detection. The Tempest. Yeah, Tempest, they get Neural. Massive Neural. Going for the mothership. I just tried to blink forward, but again, Observer was just too far behind. Nice fungal here on the Stalkers. And Reynor, he does take the fight, trying to break on through, but the Immortals, they hold the line. The Immortals do defend. Ultra's going down. Infestor's going down. Reynor losing almost everything. And Reynor, he plummets in supply. Initially, the fight was going well, but he overextended. He did overextend. He lost all the Ultras. And this is what's left. 3 Infestors. Yo, Gerald, he can do this. Now, he doesn't know how much of a lead he has. Like, Gerald, he has a massive army. Have some confidence. You can do it. I know you're up against the Italian stallion, but you can do it, Pappy. Keep going. No, keep going. Broodlord production has begun. Like, right now, Reynor, he is so vulnerable to an attack. But Gerald doesn't know, right? He's been defending the entire game. He's been struggling to expand. And Reynor, he's being given time to rebuild. He still has no gas, by the way. Like, he's still very broke gas-wise. But Gerald, he has no confidence. He needs some hero in him. So with this, Reynor, he can build back up. Now he's got his Broodlord Infestor. Again, there was a window in time where there were no Broodlords ready, but now they're done. Now the Infestor count is rebuilt. So here we go. Again, now we're just able to wall up. We're just going hyper late game. We're just walling up with Spore Crawls. We have a Spore Forest. We have Broodlords, Infestors. Reynor, he's now accepting that this is going to be forced into a longer game state. Gerald, he's likewise finally establishing his bases. He gets a fresh mining base up and running. He now has an economy. This entire time was Gerald on 4 bases. Now he has a 5th and a 6th base, and now getting a 7th. You can see how the momentum changes, but this is also because Reynor switched out of Ultra. So now that he has no Ultras, now Gerald is freely expanding. He's freely expanding, taking more bases, building up an economy. Oh, Fungal coming in. And the Broodlords have revealed themselves. Now Gerald knows. Gerald, he's building up. Building up. Nidus on the right-hand side. Again, still playing it slow. Fungal's coming in. Catches the High Templar. Ooh, brutal pickup. High Templar getting called out. Very nice neural. Catching out 3 High Templar and the Archons as well. Ay, ay, ay. Now, when it comes to the army composition, what do we have? We have 9 Tempests, we have 6 Immortals, a couple of High Templar. As we saw, you have to be very careful with those High Templar. You have to have, you have to have some of them back, some of them forward to feedback. Ideally, have them in 2 groups, as you don't want to get caught out like that. Likewise, of course, Tempest, they reign supreme. Nidus into the natural, within range of the cannon. Oh, Corruptors, they commit. They get 1 Tempest. Oof. Take some storms to the face. Nidus is denied. Now, the reality is that, yes, this army is terrifying, but a Nidus and Masked Lurker into one of these bases can end the game. There are 4 Lurkers. Like, only 4. Not too many. Speaking of Lurkers, they push in on the right-hand side. They're trying to force a reaction. Storm's coming in. Tempest responds. This is a little bit dangerous. In fact, he wants the Tempest. He wants them. Okay, here come the Stalkers. Thankfully, Stalkers coming to respond. They protect. Gerald, calm down. Hero likewise being active on the left-hand side. Nidus on the right. Gerald poking forward. He's got how many? He's got 10 Tempest. Yo, we're gonna be here for a while. Settle in. Start boiling some water. Make some tea. Get some. Hydrate your Hydras. Yo, we have the Phoenixes from the start of the game. They were left earlier in the main. Gerald, he does not F2. They've just been chilling. Likewise, Nidus gets spotted. Gerald, he responds. Backup Nidus here behind the 4th, or the 5th. Reynor, likewise, he's shocking around looking for the Tempest or any stray units. Speaking of, he does find them. He gets 1, he gets 2. Very nice snipe. Takes down 2 Tempest. Again, slow and steady. Just a couple units here and there. Reynor, he's now building up a bank. So is Gerald. Likewise, Gerald looks like he will deny top right. He should be able to. I say that as he moves out. Reynor's moving in. Gerald, he's distracted. Force a recall. You want another Nidus into the main. I believe this is unscouted. Oh, it barely is. Gerald, he's all over this. Here we go, now pushing in. Now pushing into Broodlord's not the easiest thing to do. He's still on 10 Tempest. There we go, double Nidus here across the map. Massive Fungals coming in, oh my god. Yeah, Gary gets caught out. The Fungals, the chain Fungals, they do not end. They just keep going. Neural as well. Gary takes a brutal fight, bleeding out the Tempest, the Mothership. Corruptors, they go for the dive. And they will kill everything. Yeah, they will hunt everything down. The Skytoss crumbles. Three Tempests do survive. The Broodlords, they still stand strong. And Gerald just took a brutal fight here, pushing up the ramp. His army was just stacked up. Nidus Storms were denied. But Reynor, he insta-remaxes. Instantly remaxes. And Gerald, what are we building up here? Still more Tempests, another Mothership. He's very Stalker heavy. And finally, Gerald, he rotates over to the space. So the space should have been dealt with like much earlier. Now should be going down. Nice lift on the Lurkers. Reynor, he responds. Reynor now pushing into the Protoss. And now does move in. Now, Gerald, he can remax, but as you can see, it takes a long time. It takes a long time for a Protoss Player to remax. He didn't have the production for it, lacking Stargates. So Gerald has a bank, but he needs time. Meanwhile, Gerald, he did not get the mineral line, did not get the expansion. Still up and running. Pushing into the Broodlords, something he cannot do. Yeah, he gets punished once again, bleeding out more Tempest. Tempest going down. So Runby is dealt with. Now, ideally, as a Protoss player, especially with the Mothership, you can try to outmaneuver the Zerg and outmaneuver these Broodlords specifically. That's how you want to approach this. Bearing in mind that ideally, the Protoss player has 2 recalls, a base recall and the Mothership recall as well. So, in an ideal situation, you can maybe recall into one of these fringe bases, knock it down, and then recall back home, or just back off. Like, Gerald is having a hard time really being active and pushing in. Like, he pokes forward, it allows Reynor to respond. Like, Gerald's been very passive this game, very passive, to his detriment at times. I say passive, just really defensive, maybe a better way of putting it. Very scared, very reserved. As he moves out, once again, Reynor going for the runway. It does force a base recall, so that's going to be on cooldown. This is something that we have to like keep track of. Is okay, so base recall not available. Still has a Mothership recall. Mothership is for the most part with the main army. Like, I feel like this is the 4th time that Gerald has tried to engage here, and every time he's dragged away by something. Nice lift. Again, Gerald, he should shut down the space as he moves in. Ultras, they once again go for a run-by. Remember, the base recall's on cooldown. Massive fungal! The fungals do connect. And the Broodlords are coming in. Broodlords are coming from behind. Gerald, I don't think you can take a fight, not like this. Yeah, here come those fungals. Going for the neural even. It does go for the mass storm. Corruptors are going down. It's still a messy fight, and the Mothership falls. And the Broodlords get the hell out of here. Nice fungal here on the Tempest. Now the Corruptors are being cleaned up. The Tempest, they stand their ground. But the Broodlords get away. Broodlords, they do get away. Gerald takes the fight. Takes down the expansion. How many Tempests? 12. 12 Tempests. Does take it. Behind this, Reynor remaxing with Mass Corruptor. But this is a better fight here for Gerald. I mean, he lost the Mothership, but he did maintain his Sky Toss. So overall, a better fight. Reynor, he's already built up. How many Infestors has he? Oh, only 2. Uh-oh. Reynor has to be careful. There we go. 3 more Infestors on the way, getting up to 5. 5 Infestors for Reynor. Up to 22, soon to be 28 Corruptors. Gerald, he's running out of resources. Like, Gerald, he needs a base. And that's what we're fighting for here. Does need the expansion. Reynor comes in from behind. Oof. Catching out the probes. Diving in, snipes an Infestor, gets a Brutal, but the Fungals are brutal here. There's a recall. Does recall back home. Anyone Reynor going for the dive. Going into Storms. Yeah, plenty of High Templar. Ultras, they cannot engage, no detection. Decent engage here from Gerald, but he does bleed out a Mineral Line. 16 probes go down. Now moving in. Fungal goes off. The Chain Fungal, he's going in. Reynor, he dies. Where are the Storms? Storms mainly on the Infestors. And with that Ultras, they do pop up. Ultras, they collapse into the High Templar. Corruptors, they will barely win the fight. Going for the Mothership. Mothership does go down, but the Tempest, there's still plenty of oh my god. The Tempest, they survive. But what about everything else though? What about the ground army? The Mothership as well. Only Tempest make it out. Reynor, he saves the expansion. Once again, he preserves the Broodlords. For the second time now. Does get away with the Broods. And Reynor, he remaxes with Corruptor. Just backs off, remaxes. This time, Reynor, he also preserved the Infestors. We have 9 Infestors now for Reynor. And Gerald, he's broke. Gerald, he's just out of money. He's out of gas. He has minerals, but I mean, that can't really do much here. He can warp in Zealots, I suppose. Because of how little resources Gerald has, to be honest, because of how little resources Reynor has, if this space was taken care of earlier, there's a chance that Gerald could have taken this as well. Like, Reynor doesn't have a large bank either. He's mined out. Like, Reynor, he's out of money. He has top lefts, and that is the only real mining base here for Reynor. Outside of this base, of course. But yeah, Reynor has brought himself back into this. I mean, in saying that, I mean, before we got into this kind of game stage, Gerald, he was able to take a really strong fight and had momentum. If you remember, he didn't push though, he didn't attack. Gerald, he had his moments. He had his opportunities. Nice snipes. Speaking of free Infestors, free Corruptors. He's building up to 15 Tempest. Oh. Does punish with the Storms. I mean, he is forcing Reynor to burn through his bank. As Reynor, he's bleeding out a lot of units here. Oh. Sounds good for the Fungal. Nice storm on the Corruptors. Oh. As we get more Neurals coming in. Yeah, it does punish that. It does punish Gerald. Brutal punish. Some more Tempest are falling at the same time, and Reynor, he does go for a massive Ultra Run by. Breaks through the side defense. I mean, there are Zealot Warpins, I suppose. Force the recall. God, he can't lose the space. He will clean up the Ultras. Reynor, he is literally out of gas. Like, he has zero gas. Sorry. Yeah, he has 1 gas mining, 1 gas geyser. That's all the gas that Reynor has left. He's got 500. Sorry, no, wait, not even. 6 gas. He's about to run out. No! That's it. That's it. That's everything. No more gas for Reynor. Does commit in. Gets 1, gets 2 Tempest. Gets 3. 3 Tempest going down. Not bad. Reynor, he needs those gas geysers. Once again, moving in. Yo, Reynor. Sorry, Gerald. Can he come back in this game? I mean, he's going to clean this up. Oh. Corruptors are coming for the flank. They get another Tempest. Another Tempest goes down. Ultra does fall here to the Immortal. Oh. Gerald. There we go. Cannon does clean up. Reynor, he's down to 1 gas. But he does saturate. Gotta saturate. So he has some income. Once again, oh, the Ling run true, the Ling remax. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Ling's are all he needs. This would have been so much more efficient than the Ultra run bys, by the way. just go for the Ling run bys instead. You're overcomplicating it. Nice feedbacks, very nice feedbacks. But there's no more supports, no Storm, no Archons, and Reynor's done it. Reynor is finally done it. GG gets called, and Reynor, he will take game 1 in the series. That was game 1. GG, well played. Reynor, he will take a lead. Again, Gerald, he had his moments in this game, definitely, especially early on when Reynor was just ramming his head against a brick wall with his Ling Ultra, if you recall, where Reynor, he plummeted in supply. He was down like 50 supply compared to Gerald. But we spoke about it at the time. Gerald, he just wasn't really very confident, just because he was defending purely the entire game. It did feel like he was lacking a lot of confidence, lacking a lot of confidence to move out and to be aggressive and to be active on the map, and with that, it did allow Reynor to recover, to rebuild, and then to force out a longer game state. Likewise, we did notice as well that Gerald had a really hard time harassing the fringe bases, he had a really hard time harassing and really hard time specifically dealing with the center right base for so long. It felt like there were a lot of opportunities, but whenever Gerald tried to push in, there was always like a Ling run by, an Ultra run by, and Gerald would overreact to it. He would react with his entire army pulling back, allowing Reynor to mine from that base even further, and we saw that game state towards the end. Clearly, every bit of gas and every bit of minerals counted, and if Reynor had lost that base any earlier, then maybe Gerald wins it. Maybe he takes it. But alas, he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to. And with that, we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Italian Zerg player, the blue Zerg, representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. Here we go. Good early defense by Gerald. I would agree. I do think that Gerald, he had really solid like early to mid game when it came to defending, fortifying himself. Remember, he didn't even scout the mutas, and he had some crazy defense against the muta play as well. I was very impressed by the early to mid game. Gerald, he was in a better position early on, but alas, did fall by the wayside. Reynor, he recovered, maxed out, embraced that kind of late game setup. And here we go. Here we go. With that, we're now settling into game 2, and we do force the unnatural, forcing Reynor a little bit more uncomfortable. And welcome to Persephone. Now, we spoke about Tokamak at the start of the game, like an hour ago, but Tokamak is one of the larger, more macro maps in the ladder map pool. That is true. It is more defensive, especially on 4 bases. The 5th base is a little bit more out there, and we saw Gerald struggle to get a 5th, but alas, it is more secure on 4 bases. Here on Persephone, smaller map, shorter rush distance by ground, shorter rush distance by air. The bases are a little bit more isolated, a little bit more spread out, and you can be more aggressive here on Persephone. Aggression is favored on this map, so I do not expect to see the same kind of game state. If Gerald were to be hyper defensive and try to turtle up on 4 bases and try to max out, I would say that he would have a harder time on Persephone. So we'll see. We'll see how Gerald does adjust, because I don't think that defensive style is going to be anywhere near as effective on this map, as there are more attack paths and more attack angles, more ways into the bases. For now though, we're joining up. We are going to be joining up, going to be settling in. Is going to be once again a Stargate opener out of Gerald. We don't really expect him to deviate. Last game, it was Stargate Opener, Oracle, into +1 Blink Stalker, into Storm, into maxing out. That's what he does best. Again, we'll see if Gerald does deviate, if he goes for any earlier attack, earlier Twilight Council. keep an eye on him. Likewise, Reynor, he does have a little bit of breathing room in this series. Now that he's up 1-0, he can be more aggressive himself initially. As the say, to get into the middle line. Getting one drone. Yeah, one drone goes down. Oh, the healing pad. Let's go. Healing pad coming into play. As things they do throw in a run by. So far, Gerald, he's in position. Oh, yo, meanwhile, shout out to Volts in the chat. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subscription for 2 months with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate the support. As always. Do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Hope you're enjoying. As we are only halfway through the broadcast. I mean, kind of. I believe Group C and D should have begun by now. Or at least Group C. But we're wrapping up Group D. Sorry, Group B, I meant to say. It's been a long day. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. We started casting yesterday at 8 p.m. So it's almost been 12 hours. Almost 12 hours. For those that weren't here for it, we were casting the GSL qualifiers yesterday. And the stream went down for an hour, so that's why the stream says we've only been live for 5 hours. But the stream did go down in between, so we can set up the delay. So we've been casting for almost 12 hours. Yeah. We're getting there. It's been 10 hours so far. Coming into this, we did expect like a 16-hour cast. It is what we expected. We're getting there. Thank you. As for now, Lings, they do move out. They get us around. Nice catch. Very nice catch. Forward F's going to be completely shut down. Reynor gains map control. With this, he forces back the Oracles. And Reynor, what are we going for? We have +1 range on the way. Now, typically, +1 range signifies a 3-base all-in with Mass Hydra. The layer is in production, and we'll see if the goal here is to go into Hydras and to prioritize Hydra upgrades, or if we go into Roaches instead. There's that Hydra then, as we did assume. We're also expecting Reynor to skip Roach speed and to not drone up his 4th. But we'll keep an eye on him because he is making workers. Saturating on 3 bases. And we'll see if Reynor drones off from here. Roach speed. Never mind. Roach speed is on the way, so Reynor is playing safe. He's playing safe, making sure he's secure with Roaches first. Oracles, they will catch a couple of drones. Not bad. 3 drones going down. Meanwhile, from the side of Gerald, no surprise, Templar Archives. We did mention earlier that Gerald, he's one to go for a standard build into Storm. There it is. +1 Blink Stalker into Storm. Just like last game. Meanwhile, Reynor, he's attempting to drone up, leading out a lot of drones actually. 5, 6, 7, 8 drones going down. Very nice damage here from Gerald. Oh, does pull away. But he does punish Reynor. Nice damage. Saves all 3 Oracles. Behind this, claiming a 4th expansion. Reynor moves in to deny, but Oracles are ready. The Lings are shut down. We were praising earlier how Gerald, he was able to keep up, if not exceed, Reynor when it comes to the early and mid game, when it comes to the defensive play, and so far doing it again. Ooh, Overlord speed. Overlord speed. So Reynor, he bled a lot of drones. He did bleed out a lot of workers here, but he's not droning. He's not droning up his 4th base. What do we see? Drop Lords. Overlord speed screams drop Lords. Reynor, he's committing. He's gonna send it with Ling Hydra. Let's go. It's all or nothing for Reynor. We did mention how aggression is favored on Persephone more than on other maps. Gerald trying to wall up. We'll see if Gerald can replicate his defensive success, just like last game. We'll see if he can replicate that. Behind this, Stargate, Fleet Beacon going into Sky Toss. Reynor, there we go, going for the drop. Now, Reynor is teching. Infestation bit. This does tell us he's working towards Hive, working towards Lurkers. There it is. Lurker Den is on the way. But this is still quite dedicated. There's a lot of Hydras in here. Chop is coming in. Gerald, he's not ready for it. He's here outside of the bases. Reynor does go for the drop. He shuts down the Zealots. Defensive weapon is not good enough. Storm will zone away, but Gerald, once again, he does overreact. Storms will zone. But the main base, 14 probe kills, and Reynor, can he even escape? Does he want to? Takes down 14 workers. Can maybe go for some of the tech. Charge is done. And he will deny +2. Massive pickup. +2 is denied. Likewise, Reynor pushing in. Yeah, he's just pulling Gerald apart. Gerald, he cannot keep up. High Templar going down. Mineral line goes down. Better storms. And Gerald, he's paying attention to the army. When Gerald is present, he can defend. He will shut this down. Oh. Takes down the full Overlord. And Gerald holds. Oh, Gerald, he does hold on. Now, behind this, Reynor has been droning. Reynor, he fully droned up on 4 bases. 86 workers here for Reynor. Spire is on the way as well. Hive is almost done. It may not look like it, but Reynor, he is ahead. Like, supplies do lie. Reynor is in a very strong economic position, and now he's able to tech up, and now able to get into mass lurker. 9 lurkers on the way. Hive upgrades on the horizon. And Gerald, he has to lick his wounds. He has to he's stuck at home defending. And this will allow Reynor to max out. As he's spreading more creep. Taking another base. Go. Yo, shout out to A-Digger. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, A-Digger. Gracias, papi, gracias. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate the Twitch Prime. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Hope you enjoy. So we are building up. 12 hours, that's passion. We're getting up to 16. That's the goal today. That's what we expected, I should say. I think the most we've ever casted is 17. I think 17 has been our max. Something like that. But usually it's like ESL Masters days, right? Like, for those who were here during like the COVID era of StarCraft, we would often be the official B stream for like ESL Masters, like OCE/rest of Asia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, Europe, and NA, and it would all lead one into the other. And the mainstream would rotate casters. Even today, for example, the mainstream, they start with Loco and Wardy, and they end with Zombie Grub and Pig, I believe. So the mainstream, they rotate for each region. Meanwhile, we just keep going for the entire thing. We just like every region back to back to back to back. That's how we would do ESL Masters back when we were the B stream. Meanwhile, Gerald, he is fully fortified, by the way. Jesus. We spoke about how it would be more difficult to pull this off, and Reynor, he did find damage early on. But mate, we got cannons, shield batteries, massive walls of stasis traps as well. We spoke about this last game, doing his best Showtime impression. But this time, Reynor, he's teching. Like, Reynor, he's learned. This, like, remember last game? He spent like 10 minutes ramming his ultra head against the wall of cannons, and it just was not working. Here in game 2, we're embracing it. We're accepting the fact that, you know what? I cannot break Gerald. Double Spire, double upgrades, Greater Spire as well. Burrow, Lurker upgrades, Infestors. Like, this time, Reynor, he's... Look at this. Wolves, the Spine Crawlers, Spores. Reynor, he's like... Gerald, he's earned his respect. He's like, you know what? I can't kill you. It's not gonna happen. I know this. Let's go. Reynor, he's accepted his fate. He knows he cannot kill Gerald. He's not gonna do it. So we're embracing a longer game. Now, when it comes to the defensive features of this map, ooh, the goal base is going to be denied. Nice storm here on the Lings. Some Lings do get by, though. Well, again, just a wall of spines, wall of spores. We're getting to the late game faster this time. We're skipping the early to mid game. We're skipping the ultras. We're skipping the run bys. We're skipping all that aggression. Lings, they're baiting out all the safe traps. Not bad. They bait them all out. Nidus towards the left-hand side. Gerald, does he notice in time? He's distracted by the Lings. Yeah, he is distracted. Nidus does complete. Lurkers are popping out. Oh. Loco and Wardy already free for the day. Ah, no. Difference is that exactly, they're not animals, Pappy. They're not animals. Ah, no. How dare they? SMH my hedge. As Nidus Worms are completing. This is keeping Gerald busy. Now, as is being kept busy by these Nidus Worms, Corruptors. Corruptors are on the way. And remember, double Spire. We should be getting to double 2-2, double upgrades. I would say the creep is lacking. That's the one criticism I have of Reynor. Like, the tech is fine. The bases are solid. He's on a solid drone count as well. But the creep, it's not really connecting the bases here. So Reynor, he doesn't really have much of a map presence, not the same way as last game. But that's also because of the size of the map, right? The map is smaller, so there's a little bit less wiggle room. Shout out to the Nidus Worms, though. Nidus Worms are still keeping Gerald busy. Gerald taking top right. Nice on the left-hand side. This does complete. Queen's coming in as well. Gerald forced a recall. Was out of position. Recall's now on cooldown. Lurkers, they rotate over towards the right-hand side instead. No, shout to Muppet. There's the mothership recall. Nidusing back and forth, recalling back and forth. There are the 2-2 upgrades. Another Nidus. We're out of recalls. Uh-oh. Gerald, nothing in position. Trying to warp in to respond. Yeah, Queen swap out, Lurkers as well. Gerald, we have to split up the army. We cannot respond with everything. Not every time. Things they do hit top right. You can see that Gerald, he's having a really hard time being spread thin. He's being spread thin here between his bases. Mineral line goes down. Brutal pickups. 9 probe kills. Reynor, he's hunting for Tempest. Oh. Doesn't find any. Doesn't find the Tempest. And he doesn't lose the base, just barely. Saves the expansion. This time, Gerald, he leaves the Immortal. Oh my god. Fully walling up. Now, the scary thing about this kind of game state, last game, if you notice, Gerald, he was actually up 2 bases. He was up in expansions compared to his opponent. Here, we're even. Right now, we have an even base count. There's only 1 center expansion here that's in contention. And this is going to be difficult for Gerald to hold on to. Sorry, for Reynor, so for anyone to hold on to. Lurkers moving in. Does cause a massive distraction. Reynor securing this base. Likewise, going for the Nexus. Ooh. Bleeding out some Corruptors. Stalkers, they blink in. Blink run by is deflected. As cannons are finishing up. But what's most important about what just happened here is the expansion. This base is slowly getting up and running. And if Reynor can saturate, I mean, that can win in the game. Like, this base is so crucial. Fast is coming in. Fungal does catch some of the army. Oh! Catching out more High Templar. One High Templar goes down. Highest runs are finishing. Gerald has to race back. More Nidus runs on the way. Gerald doesn't notice. Lurker's moving in. Gerald, he can't keep up. Not like this. There's Nidus worms everywhere. And again, Gerald was much better last game when it comes to dealing with this, but this time can't keep up. Lurkers a breakthrough. They knock down the wall. They knock down the expansion that was barely standing. You know what? Nidus worms get cleaned up in the main. More changelings. Yo, that rogue style. The non-stop changelings. And yes, Gerald, he's defending. This isn't killing Gerald, but again, the goal base, right? The goal base is now getting up. This is what's important. Gerald does have a larger bank. True, he's got a 5k, 10k bank. But here we go. The base is getting up. Spores are on the way. Reynor, he's securing himself. And again, Gerald, he cannot allow this to happen. More Nidus worms. Gerald, he doesn't see. Now, when it comes to head-on fights, we have 28 Corruptors. 28 Corruptors against 11 Tempest. Letting run by the left-hand side. The base gets spotted. Oh, Corruptors coming in. Zoning Storm. Oh, Lings, they break into the base. And there's no recall. Yeah, there's no recall available. Gerald out of position, and this does cause a massive distraction. Gerald, he races on over, and that means that Reynor, he's securing himself. He's securing the space. We need more spores. More spines. Another base goes down. I can feel the frustrations from Gerald. He's like he wants to be active. He wants to be aggressive, but he's just stuck at home. Time and time again, he's just racing back home. He just wants to leave. More Nidus worms. Okay, better response. Shuts down the Nidus with only oracles. Meanwhile, there we go. Another line of spores. Center left just cannot get up and running. Another Nidus into the main. Now, what's scary is, in this current game state, when Gerald's bleeding out base after base, even though he has a bank, there's a world, especially with the production. Hold on, how many Stargates? It's only 3. Only 3 Stargates. There's a world where if Reynor wins a fight, it's going to take so long to remax. The production is not there. Like, the bank is, but the production is not. So that is a scary thought for Gerald that has played him in the past, where he's got 15 gateways, but he's only got 3 Stargates and 2 Robos. Like, the lack of production is a concern if a fight goes poorly. If you lose too much too quickly, like, the remax will take so long here for Gerald. The bank may not matter. Does recall back home. Does recall back. More spores on the way. At this point, looks like we're almost going for a base trade here. As Gerald, he pushes in towards the left-hand side, and Reynor, he may push in towards the right. And these bases are crucial for Gerald. I don't know if he can afford to lose them. There is no recall. There's no base recall. Gerald. Because there's no recall, it might just be worth going for another expansion. Gerald, what's the plan? Again, recall is not available. It's a late reaction. It's a late response here. Late decision from Gerald. The base is gonna fall. Gerald looking a little bit indecisive of what he wants to do. The base goes down, massive pickoff. Broodlords are in position. Vessels are revealed. Alright, Gerald, what's the plan? Oh, wait. As Reynor does defend. Does retake the base. Oh my god, Jesus. How many changelings? We'll say hit a punish. You know what, God, he rotates with most of his army. He's got his Broodlord Infestor here at the gold. Gerald, again, it does feel like he doesn't really know where to go from here. The problem is that if he does counterattack, he will lose the center base. Speaking of. Does get the revelation off. Likewise, does go for on my left hand side. Decent counterattack here. Archons on a storm. Oh boy, we have 7 infestors. They're no longer with the main army. Infestors going for a counterattack. The infestors without this main army is dangerous. These tempests, they can pop up. Things they run in. Gerald, he responds to the run by. Okay, pulls back. Does pull back over. There we go. Nice catch here with the infestors. Yeah, going for the mass neural. Takes down the Archons. Gerald, now he has to respond to this. And he wants those infestors. Yeah, Reynor has to get the hell out of here. Gerald forced back. There's the recall. Does recall over. And after all these trades, after all this harassment here, Reynor now has a large bank. Has a larger bank, I should say. The gas bank is there. The minerals as well. Base goes down. MSA punish. Oh, let's go. Make use of the healing pad. Go moving in. Nice fungals. Catching out the Tempest. Oh, but this choke point is brutal. And Corrupt as they cannot engage. Better pickups here from Gerald. Oh, getting the infestors. How many left? Only 1. Yeah, 1 infestor remaining. No more fungals. Gerald, he can keep pushing. But he gets distracted. Gerald, he could have broken through or could have tried to, but once again he gets distracted, has to pull back home. Ay. There was only 1 infestor left. But he's forced all the way back. And Gerald, he's running out of a mineral bank, which is something that I didn't expect here for Gerald. He has 10k gas, but the minerals are not there. He's down to 33 workers. As he moves out, Ling Ramai moving in. Gerald, he's running out of resources. Running out of money here. Oh, pulling back home. Lings, they flood into the bases. Going for the Cyber Core. Reynor's got 7 more infestors on the way. Appreciate that now Reynor is spending his mineral bank. He's like, you know what? I have all these minerals. May as well make some side defense. You could argue that we could have had some here as well. As Gerald, he will get an expansion. Takes down a base. You know, Reynor has a bold move, going for the center expansion himself. At this point, he's almost mined through the gold minerals. Gerald's moving in. Reynor not quite in position. That's a lot of infestors though. A lot of infestors. Catching out mainly the mothership. After this, you go for the snipe. Nice pickup. Mothership goes down. More fungals coming in. Storms do punish. Another Ling run by. This time, Gerald's somewhat in position. There we go. Cleans up the Lings. Nice defense. Gerald just bringing it back. You know, Reynor double expanding. So Rumble does move in. Gerald's able to harass. Let's go. Does distract Gerald. Sorry, does distract Reynor. Likewise, diving on the Corruptors. Corruptors going down. Reynor getting caught with his pants down a little bit there. That's still so many infestors. Get 11 infestors for Reynor. As the High Templar goes down. Takes down a Templar. Yeah, at this point, it might just not be worth fighting for the gold just because it's already mined out or about to. Bottom left is going to become more important. Fungo's coming in. Oh, not a bad catch. Does catch some of the Tempest. Goes to the Neural. And feedback here on the infestors. Brood Lords, they commit in. High Templar under fire. That's a lot of High Templar going down. Massive pickups. As Gerald, he does plummet in supply. There goes 16 High Templar. Oh my god. There's... I was looking for them. 16 High Templar morph in. Now spending his bank. But again, it's the minerals that I'm concerned by. Like, the minerals are just not there for Gerald, not anymore. But he does morph in a wave of Archons. Okay, let's go. And Gerald, he has somewhat been more efficient gas-wise, less so mineral-wise. Oh, likewise collapsing in, bleeding out one Tempest. The High Templar getting caught out though. Nice. Oh, the Corruptors are the storms. Yeah, Corruptors take a lot of storms to the face. Corruptors they melt. Better fight for Gerald. Yeah, much better engage. Corruptors they're barely standing. We have 11 more Corruptors on the way. Force a recall. The ultras do force a recall. We spoke about it, this space doesn't really matter as much. Yeah, there's no more minerals here, just gas. Gas is important. But the base is going to go down. Meanwhile, Reynor, he has a fresh mining base here, bottom left. He does have a fresh expansion. As Reynor is rebuilding, remaxing. This is another one of those moments where Gerald could have chased. He could have chased this down, or at least tried to, but settles for the bases. Reynor going for a run by. Gerald, he rotates. Catching out the Corruptors once again. Does punish. There are 22 Corruptors. Does have the army. A lot of this comes down to the infestors, whether they can catch out the army, catching them out with those neurals. Revelation does have eyes on the infestors. At least they did. At least they did. Infestors moving in. Gerald pulls away. God, he's retaking his bases. He has a larger bank than before, at least. Likewise, moving in, catching out some of the lurkers. As Gerald moves in, Reynor once again going for the run by. There is a Nexus recall. Does go for it. Once again, force a recall. And this is still quite tense. It's still quite tense here between the two players. This can still go either way. Likewise, Reynor still long distance mining. Not anymore. Meanwhile, Gerald, he's still only on 3 Stargates. Only 3. And he can't take a bad fight. Oh. Fungals, they do catch up the Tempest. Nice neurals as well. He commits. Does go for the neural. Storms on the Broodlords. But where are the storms? We need more. Corruptors, they commit into the dive. Once again, the chain Fungals. Mothership goes down. And it looks like Reynor, he should have enough. Yeah, he breaks through. He breaks through the main army, takes out all the High Templar. Tempest are going down one after the other. And what's the remax? Remaxing on Mass Stalker. Mass Stalker on the way. Oh, wait, the Archon shots. Oh, my God. Archons, they pop up. Reynor is forced back. He's still left over with Broodlords and Corruptors. And Gerald, what's that remax? Again, only making 3 Tempests at a time. The lack of Stargates is hurting him. And it's going to take a long time to remax. Like, we spoke about this earlier. It's going to take a very long time to rebuild. Can morph in the High Templar at least. Likewise, Reynor. Reynor's running out of money. Reynor, he's remaxing on Infestors, but he's down to 1,000 gas. Now, thankfully, he does have these 2 fresh gas geysers. They're pretty fresh. Oh, I say that. They have around 800 gas each left remaining. So not too much gas left over. Yeah, I mean, he has been mining through this. In a battle of attrition, can Gerald take down Reynor? Can he pull this off? Still making more Tempest. I mean, Gerald, he still has more mining. These gas geysers might come into play. Reynor, he has no mining bottom right. He has some patches here in the center, and again, this is the most important mining base for Reynor. That's all he has. As Gerald, he's almost remaxed. Like, this entire time he's been remaxing. Making 3 Tempests at a time. He's getting there. He's getting there. And Reynor, he needs the best fights possible here. And 13 Infestors. Do we believe in the Mass Fungal Neural? Do we believe? To lock down the army, to zone away the High Templar. Even Neural the Archons. That is 14 Tempests. That's insane. Gerald having map control here for the first time in a long time. Just cornering Reynor. Gerald looking for a way in. Reynor, once again, Reynor, he has 6,000 minerals. We can afford spores. We can afford like a line of spore crawlers here. That's something that Reynor, he has been avoiding for a long time now. Every now and then you saw him set up like some sack defense. But unironically, that'd be the best use for his minerals right now, is setting up spores. To help zone, to help buffer. Because at this stage, like, what's he going to spend his minerals on is the problem. But at this point, it's too late to set up. Fungal grazes the army. Reynor, he's like, just you wait for the Ling Remax. I'm gonna kill all his buildings. Okay. Fair enough. No one expects the Ling Remax. There's nothing in production tab, so we're just gonna keep it on units. Just keep it on the units. Gerald taking those gas geysers. Let's go. Mining whatever he can. Just take it all, Pappy. Take it all. So someone asking, how's Reynor out of gas? 27 dead infestors leads into that. Like, for a lot of these big fights that Reynor's been having, he's been preserving his broodlords, which has been impressive, but every time he does lose all of his infestors, like bleeding out infestors and corruptors as well. The ultra run-bys earlier. Expensive run-bys. So ultra run-bys, infestors in the main fights, corruptors in the main fights. Yeah, that's up. Does add up. Speaking of ultra run-bys, going for another. Oh, going for a surround. He's committing in. A brutal storm on the corruptors. Massive storms. Oh my god, corruptors, they're falling. Yeah, one more storm and every single corruptor goes down. Massive pickoffs. And Gerald, he takes it. He takes the fights. The corruptors, they fall one after the other. Broodlords, they might clean up the army on the ground, but what about the Sky Toss? Going for the Neurals. The Fungals, they do well for themselves, but the Tempest, they reign supreme again. 0 corruptors left. He stood in the storms. And Gerald, send it. There's 18 corruptors on the way. Okay, there's the corruptor Emax. Reynor, he's out of gas. Those are the final corruptors. That's all he has left. No more gas for Reynor. Tempest, they back off. Doesn't want to get caught out by the Emax. Gerald, he pulls away. Reynor, he has 18 corruptors. That's not enough. That's, aye. Like, the problem here is that Gerald's, it takes him a while, but he's rebuilding. He's able to rebuild his army. He's getting back up there. He's also burning through his bank as well, I should add that. as he's down to this base remaining and the gas geysers, which are important. They're actually impacting Gerald. Getting whatever gas he can. Snipes a Broodlord. Oh, the Link, true, the Link remax. The Link robot, let's go. Yo, we joked about it earlier, but unironically, denies the gases. The Lings, they're popping off. Time to order a pizza. Yeah. Mate, we're probably gonna go to the ace match here. Like it's probably gonna happen. Like Reynor, it's gonna be very difficult to recover from here. And if we get an ace match, mate, we're gonna have another like hour-long game. Just as a warning. It's a forewarning. It's gonna happen. Oh no. This is when we find out the next game is going to be on Maganatha. It's like, oh, God. I don't know what game 3 is going to be on, but Maganatha would be brutal. Let me tell you. You ain't seen nothing yet when it comes to late game. Ain't seen nothing yet. As we're coming for the surrounds, there's a cloak. Detection coming in. Nice storm on the corruptors once again. And the infestors are a little bit too far behind here. Yeah, infestors now, sorry, the queens. The queens are marching in. Queens are marching forward. Corruptors AO4, one after the other. There are 0 infestors. And it's only the queens. Only the queens remain. GG gets called. Gerald T will take the game, tie up the series, and we are going to the ace match. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Oh. GG, well played. As we are setting up. As we are going to be getting into the ace match. Ay. Not like this. Not like this. But yes, here we go. We're going the distance here. Again, a very intense back and forth. We did see that Reynor, he did embrace a longer later game far earlier. Did embrace a longer and later game. And he was more willing to just set up and go into the late game as well. He did a great job when it came to run buys, counterattacks, hitting the bases and buying more time, claiming the gold base as well. Like, there was some good moves there for Reynor. But we did mention how a lot of the fights went actually quite poorly for him. Less so regarding the ultra run buys, but like every big engagement we saw the infestor count completely reset. Likewise, he was never able to quite reset the tempest count. He was never able to quite get the engagements he was looking for. Like the main fights were going fairly well for Gerald, all things considered. And likewise, he was able to at least maintain his bases. Eventually, was able to keep them up and deny bases of Reynor, bottom left, for as long as he could. GG. GG will play it in the end. Reynor, he ran out of steam, ran out of money. And we're going to game 3. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. Yo, I'm afraid to look. Is the tournament over? Is everything else finishing up? Like, are we? What's happening everywhere else? What's going on? Oh no. Okay, so we have updates here. Dolan took a game. Let's go. Hero, he took down Dolan 2-1, but it went to the ace match, so a big shout to Dolan. Gabe took down Zan. We already covered that. Mana took down Rogue. Big win there for Mana. Again, Mana, he's been popping off. He's been a beast as of late, so shout to Mana. Does take the series 2-1 over Rogue. Gerald vs. Reynor, of course, mid-series. Group A should have concluded by now. Yeah, Maru takes down Homono 2-0. Showtime over Skills 2-1. Cure over Future 2-0 as well. Which means that brackets C and D should be progressing. Yeah, they've only just relatively started, so we're not too far behind on our stream. Like, it looks like the first round of C and D, they're still ongoing. So we still got plenty of StarCraft ahead of us tonight. We're only halfway through. Only halfway through. We'll be going over the other brackets once we wrap up. Looks like our players, they need a moment. Understandable. They're like, Pappy, we need to breathe. So it's okay, it's okay. Take a breath, Pappy, take a breath. Gerald could have 2-0'd him if he wasn't so indecisive. I think, again, I don't blame him for not having too much confidence in game one. But hopefully that changes coming into the ace match. He needs that confidence back. Just check the bracket. Dolan to a game of a hero. Yeah, he's a danger, Dolan. He's crazy. It's crazy. Just catching up. When it comes to the other groups, what do we have? Percival took down Mixu 2-0. I said this before, I do want to cover Bunny versus Estrella. I think that's going to be a banger of a series. Potential Lambo versus Classic, potential Beyond versus SOS. A lot of really good matches in the upcoming groups. Likewise, what else do we have? Yo, Trigger versus Spirit. So yeah, a lot of really good matches ahead of us. But looks like we're gonna go on a short break. So we're gonna be going on a short break. We're gonna be going on a short break. Again, I don't blame it. Our players, they need a moment. They need to breathe, Pappy. They need to breathe. So they do need a moment here. We're gonna be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have the ace match of Reynor and Gerald. See you soon. See you soon after the break. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals. Welcome back to the ace match here. The ace match between these two players. Again, we did have a short break here as we have had an insanely long series, 2 back-to-back 45+ minute long games, and I'm sure we're about to embrace another one. Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. This morning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Here we go. We're settling in, we're calming down, and oh my god, it's been an intense broadcast so far here. Intense series. We've had non-stop late game between Gerald and Reynor, but now we load into Pylon. If you remember earlier, I was discussing how what the third map is going to be, and depending on the map, we could see another late game, we could see a shorter game instead. Pylon is known for all-ins, is known for aggression, and the question becomes, does Reynor risk it? Like Gerald, he's been very, very solid defensively. Like, it's been impressive. Like, both in game one, a little bit less so in game two. I think game two, he was maybe a little bit more vulnerable at times, but still did fortify himself, still did defend. I'm curious how well he can defend on Pylon. Here, the problem on this map, the difference between this map and Tokamak, for example, which was game one, is that there is an attack path in every single base. Here into the linear, or sorry, the triangular third base, there are 2 attack paths to move into it. Likewise, here at the linear third, another 2 attack paths. Likewise, here at the natural, another attack path going right through the center of the map as well. So it can be difficult to keep up with rotations, it can be difficult to keep up with aggression as well. The attack path is also very direct, so we do see a lot of German taxis and Roached and Queen base all-ins, so we could see Reynor embrace that, but the question becomes, is Reynor confident to go for an all-in when we're in the ace match? We'll see. For now we're joining up. I'm most curious to see how Reynor approaches this. I feel like we all know what Gerald's gonna do. Standard play, like Stargate opener, Oracle into a third base, into Blink, into Storm, into a defensive 4-base setup. Like, I feel like that's gonna be the go-to here of Gerald. I feel like that's his strength. That's where he thrives. That's his strongest suit here. Like, he's playing to his strengths. Meanwhile, from the side of Reynor, does he also try to embrace the long game as well, or does he try to end the game early? For now, standard opener, hatch gas pull into a third base. Everything's looking normal. Everything's looking standard. So far, so good. Calming down. Currently 34 degrees in Dallas. Oh, let's go. I think I did see the players sweating. I think I saw Skillus, like Skillus and Showtime. They were getting hot and heavy. Oh no. I hope the place is well air conditioned. I hope it's okay. Aye. As Reynor is claiming a third. First Oracle moves out. Gerald's getting his own third base as well. And we're settling in. For now, everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard. As Gerald moves out, Reynor moves in. Again, I'm sure they're both a little bit more refreshed after that break. At least I hope so. As Lings, they hit the third base, the pylon is going to go down. Nice pickup. Takes down the pylon. Bearing in mind that this is the final series for these players today. Like this is their final match. After this, they can both just calm down and go back to their hotels or just bathe in some ice. They can just take the rest of the day off. This is their final series. But they're going to be back tomorrow. They will be back. For now, Evo Chamber, I believe, was thrown down. Yep, Evo Chamber in the main, +1 melee. Once again, going into Ling, or setting up for a Ling heavy composition into Ling Hydra. We do have the safety Roach Warren. Lings, they get us around. Nice catch. They shut down the Adepts. Blink is on the way, +1. Again, standard follow-up is to be expected. And so far, Reynor's droning. Reynor is droning, saturating. No major signs of aggression yet. If you recall last game, it was like, it feels so long ago. But if you remember, last game, Reynor, he was going for drop play. If you recall, he went for a Doom drop into the main, if I recall correctly. He went for like a Ling Hydra drop. He was going for drop play. He was being hyper aggressive early on with Ling runbys and Hydra rotations. God, that does feel like even like an entirely different game. Like meanwhile, Lings, they bust into the mineral line. Adepts are ready. Shield battery is just now finishing up, but not done in time. Yeah, barely. No, it is close. Oracles are racing back home. Adepts are shading to the bases, getting up to 3 drone kills, getting 3. Not quite getting 4. Yeah, Lings, they do overwhelm. Brutal damage, even getting a Stalker. So nice run by out of Gerald, and do you see what I see? Overlord speed. Let's go, Overlord speed. Dropper Lords are on the way. The German taxi, we're going to load up. We're going for a Ling, Roach, Queen, all in. You can see the 4 Dropper Lords are set up over the Queens. And let's go. Let's morph in. Reynor does transfer over towards the 4th base. He's on the 3 base saturation, 65 workers. No extra gases. And where are those Dropper Lords? Oh. Oracles, they get a couple of drone kills. But again, Reynor's not droning. Reynor is not droning. He's building up. And he's getting ready to end the game. As we mentioned, all-ins are common on this map. And here we go. Here comes that Dropper Lord. But all-ins are a lot more common. Dropper Lord's getting ready here outside of the main. Getting ready for a Ling drop. And here they come. So we have Queens on one end, Lings on the other, and of course the Roach Ravager main army through the center. I mean, well, Gerald taking a 4th, now is not the time. He doesn't realize how much danger he's in, he hasn't seen this, he doesn't know. I barely misses the drops, he's moving out. Runs into a random Ravager. That is a sign. He's like, wait, he's like, hold on a minute. Storm is not done, Hydella gets surrounded, massive pickup, and Reynor, he's here to end the game before we can enter the late game. He's like, I'm done. Get me out of here. I just want to get some rest, papi. Get me out of this PvZ. And here we go, Lings into the main. Main army breaks the 3rd. And Gerald, he just wasn't ready. He just wasn't ready. The pants are down. He was not expecting an all-in. Storm is not done. And Stalkers are falling left and right. Reynor, he's done it. He has done it. The all-in has worked. We were curious, does Reynor have the balls to all-in in the A smash? The answer is yes, especially on Pylon. Especially on Pylon. We spoke about it. GG gets called. Reynor, he will take the series 2-1. He avoids the late game, and he will advance on into the next round. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We're done. Reynor, he is free. He's free from the PvZ, free from the late game. He breaks through. He breaks. Gerald, again, does commit to the all-in. And unfortunately, Gerald, he was not able to see this ahead of time. He did not know what was going on. That's why he was expanding. That's why he had no side defense. He did not see the drop loads. He did not see the lack of saturation. GG. GG, well played. With that, Reynor, he will claim the series, and Gerald, he gets knocked down to the lower brackets. Now, if you're a fan of Gerald, do not worry. He's still in the tournament. He's still in the event itself, but in the lower bracket. So he will have a chance to redeem himself, to bounce back, and to recover and claw his way back up into a qualifying match. Whew. So best of luck to Gerald. And with that, we have to figure out what the hell's going on, where we are, and where we're headed. Let's go.